Big week for your program, obviously. Going into it, you knew how big the week was. You get some separation in the standings. Do you have to address anything with your team after what happened last week and what you did and how successful you were?
No, not necessarily. Just we have to continue on our path. You know, we can only control what we can control. So, and that's just we've just consistently been on that steady rise, and we're just getting better defensively. We're getting better offensively. We had a couple additions back, which were nice. So I think, just not paying attention to everybody else, and just every day, practice has to be harder than the game. Just getting better and growing.
You won Thursday without Brooke scoring, 20 points like she usually does. How important is that just going forward, knowing that Brooke can have a night where she scores 8 or 9 and you can still beat the second best team in the conference standings-wise?
I think that's a relief to Brooke, knowing that she doesn't have to have it all on her shoulders all the time, but also just understanding the weapons that we have, and we can move Gia off the ball, even though she's just continuing to grow and into a really good point guard. But we have other people that can play that, and then whether Dominique, whether it's Mo, having Bree back was nice. Aaliyah, just having other pieces that can step up offensively and defensively is just been really huge. Just because, Brooke draws a lot of attention, so it's good for it opens up so much more for her teammates.
How many different you talked about it a couple times here in the last couple of weeks, just the lineup changes and stuff. Like, do you know how many starting lineups you've had, and then are you how healthy is your team in the second half of the WAC season here?
I don't even know how many starting lineups we've had. That's for sure. We've had a lot. I would say our minds are healthy, and we're just continuing to get healthier with our bodies. And I just think we're just more comfortable. So I think we're just in a good state of mind, and our athletic training staff has done a really good job just, kind of piecing it together and just taking care of them. Our strength coach, that's just been our big thing, just, mind, body, and just staying focused. So I think we are getting comfortable with where we're at, which is comforting as a coach, but not too comfortable. You just can't get too comfortable. But I think we're finally at a good point of just we know where we're at. We know what we have. We know, who has what.
Do you have all the pieces for the second half of the WAC schedule, or are players still in and out?
No, for now,
yeah,
we are good, and so I'm really happy with that. We've had a consistent lineup now for 2 games, and so I think that's the most that we've had. But that just shows the resiliency of these young women. It's just that next person up mentality, and they've done that night in and night out. Whether whether it's Mo, it's Dee, it's Aaliyah, it's Bree, Kaylee. There's so many pieces that they've stepped up when we've needed them to.
Second time through the conference schedule, what kind of adjustments do you like to make as a coach, kind of year to year, that second time through?
Just understand, going back, watching the first time around, and we've seen them play so much. There's going to be a wrinkle or two, but again, it's just about us. It's about us. We have to have that mentality of stop, score, and so it's just really we have to set the tone, and it just starts on that defensive end.
Any more questions for Coach?
What do you worry about with Bakersfield? Is it just their pressure that makes them so good?
Honestly, I think they're a better road team than they are home. I think, they went and beat UMKC by 10. They just won at Grand Canyon. They have a lot of really scary pieces. They're very athletic. They have a lot of size. They have, a really good scorer in Gilbert. So, going into their place and coming back here, I feel the same. We have to set the tone, and we did a really good job there. And they're a great defensive team. So we just have to stick to our plan and our course and not let that affect us, just because we're always going to get everybody's best shot. So, again, it's our focus, and we can't let a different look or a different attack affect us. It's still a basketball. It's still 5-on-5, and that's our mentality, really.
These are obviously 2 very close games when you played on the road. I mean, especially coming off like a 6-game winning streak, is this kind of like the biggest weekend of the year for your team to just to keep it rolling against two pretty good teams?
I think that next game on the schedule is always the biggest game of the year. Last week was our biggest game of the year, Thursday, then Saturday. So then Thursday, I mean, we have a great respect for Bakersfield. That's the next game on the schedule. That's the most important game. And then, once we face that one, then it's Grand Canyon, because Grand Canyon always plays really well against us. They're well coached. And so, we got to take care of Thursday, but understand that we have some unfinished business for Saturday. Absolutely. And our kids are very much aware of that.
The first meeting with Grand Canyon, what did they do so well that maybe gave you guys some challenges?
I don't know if it was they did stuff so well. They have really good size. They have a graduate transfer in AJ Cephas. So, their size, it was just more us. It was us. We missed out on opportunities to execute offensively, defensively, and then the free throw line. These are all things that we can go back and look at. Not one play made or broke the game. It didn't. But there was a slew of things that we just could have done better, and I see us doing better. I see us executing better. It was a 54-51 game, and we had the ball in our hands, I think, 4 times in a minute, and we didn't execute, whether it was in the half court or the free throw line. And I think that's, one thing is we just continue to grow offensively. I think defensively we have to keep those same, just our same standards and just demanding what we know we can do. But offensively, I think we just are continuing to get a good rhythm.